All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 15 Pro and my time with it, and then how the iPhone 16 Pro and 16 devices are going to probably impact some of the people's decisions this year. Every year I buy the new iPhone because, hey, I'm doing content creation on it and it brings views to my channel and people get to see it and decide whether or not they want to get it or not. And they just have an option to decide, should I keep my current iPhone or should I move to the next iPhone? And a lot of times I realize that a lot of people are on like a trade-in program for Apple where they're just trading in every year. They're paying for a device, basically renting it out and getting the new iPhone every year. So me, I don't do that. I just buy the iPhone. So that's just what it is. I'll use my discounted Apple, or sometimes I'll just buy it. If it's not available, I'll just buy where I can buy it. And this new generation of iPhones that are coming are already starting to leak out. So the rumors are starting to swirl, and we know that, there's going to be a subtle change as usual in September. September, they will announce it, and then they'll release it 10 days later. This is how they do it for some reason every year. And it's a good strategy, to get people hyped about it. But the iPhone, and just for reference, this video is being recorded with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus. So the iPhone is for sure one of the top selling phones on the market. But Apple's starting to catch a little controversy right now because of how locked down it is and, what they're doing to consumers, pretty much to keep them locked into this ecosystem of theirs. For what reason? Why not get on board and have more people with RCS? Well, it's a control thing by Apple. So when it comes to, and we won't venture down that road yet, but when it comes to the design of these phones, I don't think they're going to change too much. The 15 models, like the 16 and 16 Plus, whatever they're going to be called, those are going to have a slight change in the camera module, apparently, just rumors right now, so take it for what it is. And then the Pro model that I'm holding now, this is the iPhone 15 Pro, it's supposed to go up to a 6.3-inch display, and then the 16 Pro Max is supposed to go to a 6.9-inch display. So this is something that we really don't know exactly what's going to happen until it happens. But most of the time when we're looking at these rumors on things, they are absolutely on point and accurate. And I think these companies are just putting it out there just to see what you're going to say about it and what, if you're going to buy it or not. So for me, I use this device every day alongside two other devices, one being the one I'm recording with, which is the S24 Plus, and then also currently the S24 Ultra. Those are the three phones that I'm currently carrying at the moment. But this device is one of my favorites. And so as a creator, a person who gets online and actually brings you content on these things and kind of try to help you make an informed decision on whether you should give your device up or not and go to the next one. Most of the time, my answer is no, don't trade in, because you really don't need to. If your device is working, don't get rid of it. Just stay with it and get your money's worth, which is a couple years, few years, 4 or 5 years. I know it's hard to not switch devices when new devices come out, because the marketing at these companies is really good. They start convincing you that you really need to switch because you're going to get this one more feature. Like even with this model right here, this is the 15 Pro. There's a feature on this one that it doesn't have, that the 15 Pro Max does have. You see what I'm saying? So they do these sneaky things to try to get you to spend more money. And then they do these things to try to get you to feel like I've got the best. Every year, Apple says this is the best one yet. Every year. They say it, and then you have the influencers that jump online, most of them who are given the device by Apple or something like that. They'll get online and say it's the best thing ever. And then you have the creators that get online. It's kind of a mixed bag. Some of us tell the truth and some of us don't. So from where I sit, it's just an informed decision. It's just to showcase what it can do. That is why I always say, hey, this is the phone I'm recording with, or this phone is being used for this, and so on. So I try to display the information that way. And with the subtle changes that are probably going to happen with the 16 and 16 Pro Max and then the 16 lineup, it's probably going to be so subtle that, again, you shouldn't spend the money. And it's not to throw shade at Apple or try to get you to not spend. That's not what it's about. It's just about you making an informed decision. Should I give them more money? Do what I have now, is it currently going to work for the next 5 to 7 years? Of course it will, unless you lose it or it gets damaged and you can get it repaired, and things like that. So physically, this phone is supposed to change a little bit. This particular phone I'm using right now, when it goes to the 16 Pro, if that's what they name it, whatever the next version of this phone is, leaks show that it's going to change to a 6.3 inch display. And the camera modules are going to be the same. I have camera module covers over mine, obviously, but it's just the subtle changes that companies are making. And it's not just Apple. Everyone is making subtle changes on these devices every year. Every company is making these subtle changes. And then the devices that probably should be in the US, like there's a device right now that just announced recording this video, the Redmi Turbo 3. That device has better internals than the device I'm recording with, or if not the same. You know what I mean? It's pretty much, and it costs a third of the price. The US market is funny like that. We have so many people that are just willing to spend $1,300, $1,400 on a phone, and if you don't want to buy it outright, finance it. They're still getting their money. They're still getting their money. So US market is greed. It's just that simple. We have hardly no options at $350. What am I saying? We have no options at $350 with a Snapdragon 8 Gen processor, 50 megapixel camera, high definition display. We don't have those options at all in the US. Name it, where it's on a carrier or it's something officially launched in the US. We don't have it because it's money. It's all about money, and they want our money. And unfortunately, these financing plans and stuff like that are bad for us because people are spending money that they don't actually have. So this next generation of iPhone, I wonder if the price is going to go up. I wonder these things. I wonder if they're going to increase the price on this, change the hardware in some kind of way on the sides, or do something. Are they going to do all the phones in titanium now? We have no idea. But what we do know is Apple's going to tell us that it's the best and most revolutionary iPhone yet. And in their eyes, technically they're not wrong, but to the rest of the world, we're like, okay, you took away the headphone jack, you took away the charging brick. And not just Apple on this, Google, Samsung, these places have taken it away. And it's become just this normal thing for us to try to accept, but it's not normal. But, they're going to tell you that it's the best thing ever. And then they're going to pay influencers to say that as well. That's just what it's going to be. And whether you decide to bite that or not, it's going to be difficult for a lot of people. Some people watch some of the people that they love. Like some people have their favorite content creators. I see people chime in all the time on this channel and say, hey, man, I'm so glad you made this video, or you're one of my favorites. And that's a huge compliment. I appreciate it every time. But also on this channel, I always try to tell you, don't buy this if you don't have to. Someone asked me about my previous video about the Pixel 8 Pro versus the S24 Plus. They got a Pixel 8 Pro or something like that. Or they have one of the phones. They said, should I sell it and get this one? Of course not, man. Like, why would you switch when you have a working phone that you purchased? Hopefully you bought it outright and you're getting your money's worth. You got to get your money's worth. The Pixel 8 has not been out long enough. The S24 Plus just came out. It's the same things being recycled over and over again. And Apple is known for doing this. At least other companies change their designs sometimes. This has been the Apple design since the 11, I believe. Yeah, they're just not changing it. We got different hardware. We got this no longer this on the sides, but it's ultimately just the same design. It's the same thing. So it's up to you to determine how and what you spend your money on, and if you're going to do something, that's up to you in the end. But these rumors that are swirling around about the new iPhone coming, and we're still 5 months out from this. So I'm wondering what it's going to be like. And as a creator, it might sound strange, but sometimes I don't buy everything. A lot of you guys keep requesting that I review the OnePlus 12. I probably won't. There's enough creators out there, or there's enough influencers out there, not very many creators. Take that for what you will, but there's enough influencers out there, and there's a few creators out there who you can trust, and I think you can go there and look at their reviews. But right now, I'm not buying the OnePlus 12. Just not doing it. I don't see the point for me to buy it At this point, I'll wait until the price goes down or something. I just have interest in other things because the OnePlus Open is they're the thing for me that I like the most right now. That OnePlus Open is incredible, and that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm not really into the OnePlus 12. It's another slab device. It's probably great. I will review it at some point, but no time soon. So Apple is going to release a new device in the next 5 months. Are you excited that they're going to make the screen a little bit bigger? They're changing the camera module in the 16 lineup a little bit. They're doing these subtle things. But what do they have to do to really make you say, oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to switch? Because every year it's the same thing with them. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed discussion. Apple, iPhone 16 Pro, iPhone 16. Subtle changes. It's the best thing ever. It is the best iPhone we've ever done. Are you tired of hearing that? Are you ready for them to get on board with RCS? What's the next move for Apple?